Alright? So first and foremost, we give our praises to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. We say double and to the apostles and elders of great Wilson and rule well. And salutations to the Akim of the pushing the word of truth and sincerity day in and day out. My name is Rai. One of the brothers from GMS trained that East. Right? Like, and say Shalom. Right? So one of the topics, the thing I want to touch on today is basically that there's going to be separation in this thing, right? There's going to be separation, meaning that people's going to hate you, people's going to be separate from you, people will distance themselves, because it's a difference between you and them. A difference meaning that you have the truth and they don't, your mother and your father, your friends, your so-called friends, all of them would hate you because of the things you're bringing out. Once you start to speak this word, there's plenty hatred going to happen to you because it's the truth, no matter what it is, right? So yes, it's going to have separation. Plus, what sparked this was I was watching a particular video, and I think the person said they went in the church and they was telling the pastor and asking the pastor some questions, and they tell the pastor tell the person that you're coming to cause separation, which really and truly the pastor, we know they're off, because just by stating that what written here is separation, right? Now, matter of fact, let's go into the scriptures, right? Now there's Matthew 10. Now you see it in red writing, right? So there's Matthew 10 verse 35. It says, "For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against Salah." Right? And for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Now when you look up the word variance, right? When you look up the word variance, right? Just put it up here, right? Let's see. Variance, right? Now this is the Merriam-Webster dictionary, right? Now the word variance means, it's say here, alright, so verse definition 1 is the fact, quality, or state of being variable. It's a difference, right? Difference here, which as I was saying, is a difference, a difference between you and them. So when you have a difference with someone, what that is, there is separation, because two of you would not agree, right? So meaning 2 is the fact or state of being in disagreement. This, right? It's a dispute, yeah, which is dispute, because basically it's like a war. It's a war. You're gonna be fighting against your own mother, your own father, your own brother. So it's actually separation, right? Say the fact or state of being in a disagreement. Yeah, so that really and truly is a perfect example of a separation there. So what Yahushua was saying, when the Messiah was saying, if when I come to set a man at variance, when you look, does say variance is like separation, right? Against his father, and the daughter against her mother-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. So which is like a war, a dispute, right? Because they would never agree, right? It say, and a man's foes shall be a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Yeah, because as I see, you speaking the truth. Your mother and father wouldn't get it. Your brothers, sisters wouldn't get it unless they're hacking, right? Your friends, as I say, your friends, your family, your cousins, they will be your enemies, because they're not going according to this word. They live in abominable, and basically they hate you because you speak in the truth, right? And worse yet, you pulling it out of the Bible, something that they consider to believe in, and you pulling it out from the Bible, and they basically will watch you as an enemy, but you really telling them the truth. So yes, it has separation in this thing, and it's written right here, right? Let's say a man foe shall be they of his own household. So a man being somebody being your foe, your enemy, what that is, there is no separation, because you basically, they don't want to be with you and you don't want to be with them. So it's separation, right? It's a It says, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Which is true, because really, if it's come to set a variance, right, you can't put nobody over Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's supposed to be your first priority. So when you start praying Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and this word as your first priority, your family and your family, your sons, your daughter, your mother, they will start hating you. They know why? Because they will say like, hey, you basically don't want us to do anything, or don't want us to you don't want us to live our life, because it's not that, because you telling them the truth. You telling them to eat pork, you telling them to eat shrimps. They don't want to hear that. So you know what? You can't love them. You cannot love them because they're not going according to this word, right? Which love is according to the Most High commandments. Going back to 1 John, I believe 1 John 5 or 1 John 3, right? That way it is, right? This thing is separation, right? It is separation. Don't ever feel it's not separation. That's what it is. It is separation, right? Now, as I said, let's go back to verse 35, right? Say, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and daughter against her mother, and daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Say variance is a separate. Now, when you look at variance in the blue letter, right? It go back to it said to cut into two parts. When I cutting something into two parts, what that means is actually separating it. So it's a separation one time. It is a separation in this thing. A liar can be dwelling with a man that speaks the truth. No, is somebody that live in abominable will want to be living with someone that trying to live righteous. No, with someone who righteous would want to live with someone that committing abominable acts. Right? Because you know what, you trying to live righteous and they live in abominable. It's seen our wickedness, it vexes spirit. So you want to be separate from them. And that way it is separation. Right? Let's say to cut into two parts, cleave asunder and sever. Right? Which is actually cutting something, you're cutting it in half, which is a separate. So it's like, as I say, yes, there is separation according to this word. Right? There is a separation, and that it is written right here. Now, there are many other scriptures that they can pull out and prove, but I just wanted to speak on this one right here, through the Spirit. Right? So don't ever think that there is not separation. There will be. Once it comes to the truth, your old friends and your family of some sort, they basically want to be separated because they call you a madman, they call you all kind of, but it's just that you speak in the truth and you live in a separate life from them, meaning that you live a righteous life and they live an abominable, right? And that's verse 3. So just read over. It says, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and daughter against her mother, and daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, right? And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me, and that way it is, right? That basically what it is. There is a separation. You know what? Because once you start not loving your mother, because Jakes they so love their mother to the highest level. They put their mother on a pedestal above everybody else, right? But once you stop doing that, your mother will start to watch on you, like what it is, what really it is going on. And she basically wouldn't want nothing to do with you. And most of the time she was mostly looking for his arguments and so forth. Right? Which immediately causes what? A separation. Right? Which immediately cause a variance. Right? So yes, so if there is separation in this thing, whether you like it or not, if there will be separation. Right? Let's see if I locate something here quick. Just looking for something back and find it. Right, so with that, we give all praises to Yahweh by Shemi or Shai. Right, we sit down and see the apostles and elders of great mercy and rule well. And salutations to the Akim out to the pushing the one on 3 times and 30 day in and day out. We say Shalom.